Okay, let's talk about YouTube. If you have a Google account, you also have a YouTube channel. You have to set up your YouTube channel, and I will have a separate video about how to do that. But once you set it up, it is part of your Google account. Now, I usually use my YouTube channel as a place to store my videos. And yes, I do share some of them, but mostly I think about it as just a way to store my videos online, and it's awesome. So let me show you how I do that. So here I am at Google, and I could go up to my Google Apps up in the upper right, and I can find YouTube. Or if you don't see YouTube in your bunch of Google Apps here, then you can simply go up to your address bar and type in YouTube. Now you have to be very careful about what account you are using. So in the upper right corner, you will see your icon. That is your account name. So if I click on that icon up in the upper right corner, you can get to your channel. Right here is your channel. So here I am at my channel. I have a nice picture on the top, which you can put by clicking on this camera. You can find a very large picture on that Unsplash website where you can find those copyright-free pictures. So that makes it a little bit personalized. You can get a picture for your little icon right here. And that's basically what you do for customizing your channel. Now I'm going to show you what YouTube Studio is. YouTube Studio is where you upload all your videos and do all the work. So I'm going to click right here on YouTube Studio. You can also find YouTube Studio by going up to the upper right to your icon up here, and you can get to YouTube Studio that way. Now when you're at YouTube Studio, here is the dashboard. I usually don't really look at anything here, except it is kind of interesting to see that I have 0 subscribers, which is fine because I started a fresh I started a fresh Google account, so I have 0 subscribers. And that's fine because I don't want any subscribers necessarily right now on this channel. I'm going to go over to the left. The second one down is videos, and this is where you will find all of your videos. Okay, so I have a bunch of videos here, not too many, and I'm going to talk about a couple of things. First, I'm going to talk about visibility, and then I'm going to talk about restrictions. Those are the 2 things that you need to pay special attention to before you upload your video so that you know what you're doing when you upload. So first I'm going to talk about visibility. Visibility, you have 3 choices. You have private, unlisted, or public. Private is if only you want to see it. Unlisted means anyone with the link that you send to them can see it. Or public means anyone can see it. So I normally, if I want to share a video with certain people, I set it to unlisted. Otherwise, I usually set it to private. And then you can press save. The other thing I want to talk about is restrictions. Now, some of these say none, and some of these say made for kids. Now, there's something called the COPPA Act, which is the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act. So really it's to protect children online, which is great. But a few months ago, YouTube started enforcing this. And so it's made it a little bit confusing for people. But what I say is rule of thumb, if there are kids in the video, you put made for kids. If there are not kids in the video, then you put it's not made for kids. So that should make it pretty easy. So as you see, I have some videos here of my family with kids in them, so I put made for kids. But then these videos of me just talking, it's not made for kids, so that should be fine. If you do not put made for kids and there are kids in your videos, YouTube might remove your video, and that's really a bummer. So be careful about that. All right, now I'm going to show you how to upload a video. In the top right, we're going to go to Create and then Upload Videos. Now I have a video already on my desktop ready to go, and I'm going to just come over to my desktop and I'm going to grab it and I'm going to drag it over to this little up arrow and let go. And then it starts uploading it. Now it's going to ask me a few questions. So I put a title, and I already put my title there, so that's good. Don't worry about the thumbnail picture yet. I'm scrolling down, and here's what I'm talking about. Be very careful. If there are any kids in your video, you have to say, yes, it is made for kids. If there are not kids in your video, then you can go ahead and say, no, it's not made for kids. There are no kids in this video, so I'm going to put no. That way, people can make comments. If you put it's made for kids, they don't allow you to have comments. So that's one thing to be aware of. Now I'm going to go down and press next, and then next again. And then here's the visibility that I was talking about. I'm going to put unlisted for now. And remember, it says anyone with a link can watch your video. So that's good. Save. Now it's going to take a while to upload, and you can just keep this window open, and then you can go and do other things on your computer while you're waiting. It is processing, so you have to wait a few minutes for it to process, but now it says 95% processed, so it's almost done. And you can actually close this window. It will keep processing. And you will see the window will be gray while it's processing. And then when it's done, it will come up with its own thumbnail picture. And now I'm going to show you how you can edit that thumbnail picture. So as you hover over, you see these things. Let me say that this is how you play your video. The play button right here is how you can play it. But this pencil is how you can edit the details. So after it's done uploading, you can press edit, and it will give you some choices of which thumbnail you can choose. I'm just going to keep this thumbnail for now, but also you can get a custom thumbnail, and you have to do one more step, which is called verifying your account before you are able to get a thumbnail. But it's very easy to do, and they walk you through it step by step. And then after you're done verifying your account, you are able to create your own custom thumbnail. But for now, for your own use, you just choose one of these pictures, and that will be fine. Okay, so let's say I choose this picture. I'm going to press save to change the thumbnail. And then you have to go back up here. This is kind of tricky. You have to press this back arrow in the upper left to go back to all of your channel videos. Now I can play the video, and I will show you how to get the link if you want to send that to people. So I'm going to press the play button. And now they do have something to make a quick iMovie on your phone. I'm going to stop that. They do have something down here that says share, and you will notice that this is a very short link, and sometimes this link works, but sometimes it doesn't. So what I always do is I go up to the top address in the address bar, and I copy that link. So I highlight it and go edit copy. And then I can go to an email that I'm going to send to people, and then I paste that into the email. I just find that using the URL, this address up at the top, usually works better than this one. Sometimes this doesn't work for some reason, and I don't know why. And so that's it. That's how you upload and share your YouTube videos.